So last night we had our Grace Point student kickoff. It was like a tailgate party theme, and each of the leaders set up kind of their cars with their trunks, kind of like a trunk or treat or something. You could have a little station and do something different, and I decided to kind of go all out, per se. And I had this game that it was based on a game that Finn had gotten for Christmas, I think, and it's kind of picture like a tic-tac-toe board with little panels that were in each square, and you throw a little beanbag, you knock down a square, and you get points. And but I kind of had some rules to the game. So the most you could score, so if you threw two bags at the board, the most you could physically score, if you only kept the two highest, was 150, because there were 75 point squares. So if you knocked down two of the 75 point squares, then you got 150 points. But the game was to get to 200. And so I had a little score thing made up for 200 points, and then I had a Bible verse with each one. And so you could get 200, 175, 150, 100, 125, 75. And I had a couple people come up and comment about, well, how do you get 200 points? And I said, well, you can't. It's impossible. And the game was kind of a parable or a allegory of the fact that we can't be perfect, and that apart from Christ, there is no life, and that we can't, quote unquote, win. And so it was really cool. And then, but everybody got a prize. Everybody got something, bracelet or keychain or something. And so, like, there was grace and mercy shown in the game, and it was a great opportunity to have fun and just kind of put some biblical truth out there. But something dawned on me today, and it was funny because once the kids understood they couldn't get 200 points, they wanted to manipulate the rules or change the way the game was played in order to get 200 points. And at the time, it was more like, I wasn't frustrated, but it was kind of like, nope, these are the rules, and please throw in your hand and do this and do that. And so there was a system, and they kept wanting to try to change the system. And it dawned on me today, like, how often are we trying to change the rules in which God has set before us so that we can find a different way to achieve what He's laid out in front of us? That we interject ourselves and we think, well, if I do this and I can do this, then I can achieve that, and we just took Christ out of the equation. And I thought, what a convicting moment today to realize that, and with such a simple game. And how do I in my life try to win a game that I know I can't win? And I think it's that when we come to that point of realizing, truly realizing, like daily, hourly, minutely, that I can only do so much, but it'll never be enough. And it's a sobering thought, and it's a constant reminder of having that approach, that we're gonna face the impossible, and that we're never gonna succeed if we don't have Christ in our life, and not only in our life, but first in our life. Because if He's an afterthought, then we still have our mindset of having us. Christ isn't a backup. He's not a last resort. He's a first response. So I just wanted to share that with you, and I hope that that you can also be encouraged that man, our God is dope, and regardless of what we're going through in life, He loves us, and that He loves us so much that He sent Jesus down here to die for us, because He wants to have reconciliation with us. He wants to have that face-to-face relationship. But He'll never force you into a relationship. He'll always invite you into the relationship, but we have to accept that invitation. And I think that's such a powerful thing, and a constant reminder. And that we that we can embrace that with confidence because of what Christ did on the cross, and that we can have fun with that, to honor God, to introduce that idea to the young and the old. So I hope you have a great day.